welcome back to another fun and fabulous Dollar Tree DIY video. Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home, and I have my trusty assistant Benji Bear here. I think he's seen some birds, but hey, we are going to craft and decorate. I love to share with y'all how you can make a boutique gorgeous home on a budget. So let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting.
For this first DIY, I'm really excited to share it with you. I'm going to make a home sweet home sign using one of these little Dollar Tree mini signs, and I'm just taking some of this buffalo check plaid paper and I'm going to cut it out to cover that top part. Now the top part was really cute, but I'm going to be putting this by my coffee station, and black and white is the theme for this. And so I'm just going to take some waterproof Mod Podge, and you can find that at Walmart, and I'm going to add a layer to this top part, and then I'm just going to add this buffalo check plaid on top of that. And then I did end up adding one more layer on top of the little buffalo check to kind of seal it in. You can always trim off your excess. Really, you can choose any pattern that you love. Go to Hobby Lobby. They have wonderful paper for $1. Now I'm going to take some of these Dollar Tree canvases, and you just want to remove the canvas. And I didn't even worry about sanding it or even taking the staples out because you're not going to see that part. The next thing I wanted to do was to glue the canvases together. What I want to make is a little photo display to sit next to my coffee stand. I was talking with Mr. Romantic last night, and we were reminiscing about our wedding, and it seems like we just don't have enough of our wedding pictures up, so I wanted to create this for our wedding pictures. And it's been a long time since we got married, but it's fun to look back on all of those sweet moments. So then I just glued those home sweet home sign now to the top of this, and it's kind of creating like a little faux window arch. You guys can see it started raining on me there for a minute, and I'm just taking some of the Dollar Tree mini clothespins, and I'm going to glue those to the top. That way I can change out the pictures on my little photo display here. And so I have been really enjoying crafting out on my patio. And I apologize if my head is in this shot a couple of times here, but finding new camera angles here that you guys could see everything was a little bit tricky, but I will get the hang of crafting and decorating on my porch, and I hope you guys are loving it. So I just added again those 4 little mini paper clips, and then I added some of my family photos, and I chose these special moments from my wedding, and it just really made my heart sparkle and shine. And Mr. Romantic was he smiled when he got home because he remembered our conversation and what we had talked about and all the funny moments that happened in our wedding and whatnot. So here is how it turned out, and you guys could also create one of these for a real bridal engagement announcement or for a baby shower. Now I've seen other people take and remove the acetone on that sign, so that is something that's an option as well. You guys can just use some fingernail polish remover, remove the home sweet home part, and customize it to whatever event that you're planning. But I'm loving this. Here it is popped into my coffee station, and again, another idea for a bride.
We were meant to be.
So for this Dollar Tree DIY, I have to share with you how to create an outdoor or indoor pillow for that matter using those Dollar Tree bath mats. And I did see this idea originally on Glue Guns and Roses. You guys have to go check her out. She has the most amazing channel, and Megan is just so funny. Okay, so for my rendition of this, I'm going to take 2 of these Dollar Tree bath mats, and I actually thought that the little pattern on the front was pretty cute, but I'm going to end up insiding this out. So I'm just using hot glue. Listen, if you guys have a sewing machine, totally sew this, or you could even hand stitch this, but I love to get things done fast and quick, and so I'm just using this hot glue. And trust me when I tell you that I have washed my pillows that I have hot glued together. I've washed so many things. I've even hot glued clothing pieces before and washed them. I use a high temp glue, and I generally wash most of my things on cold, and so there you have that. But you want to glue all 3 sides together, the 2 long sides and then the shorter side, and then you can leave the end to push your stuffing into. And I just used an old pillow. You can use polyfill. You could even use some Walmart bags. That's another thing a lot of you all say that you use for some of your outdoor pillows. So I'm going to stuff this with some of that old pillow stuffing, and I got it pretty nice and stuffed, but then you want to leave just a little bit at the end that's not stuffed so you can tuck those edges under. So now you can see I'm tucking the edge under. This part right here is probably the most tricky part, but it's doable. You just need to go in little small sections. So you're going to tuck both those edges under and glue. And again, you guys can totally sew this if you have the patience for it and you have the means to do it. I wanted to get this done quick, so here you go. Now, the next part of this DIY, I'm going to share with you how to make a tassel with some of the Dollar Tree soft nautical rope. So it just pulls apart into 3 sections. So you want to pull those 3 sections apart, and then you can begin to play with it as a tassel. So what I did for mine was I took a comb, and this is just one of those Dollar Tree combs. I've also seen people use like a bristle brush to try to make things more tassel-y, so that's an idea as well. So now I'm just going to cut another section and make a little bit larger tassel, really as many sections as you want to create whatever size tassel that you love. Again, I'm going to give a little bit of a brush, and then once I'm satisfied with that and that it's all looking really boho chic tassel-y, then I'm going to attach it to my pillow. So really the sky is the limit on how you want to decorate your pillow, but I think this is such a fun idea for an outdoor pillow. If you guys look on the Pottery Barn website, they are so expensive, this boho kind of chic, like coastal look, and this is perfect for your summer beach vibes. I even thought about using my new Cricut Joy and customizing it with some fun little lettering. The next thing I wanted to do was add some beads to my tassel, and then I just attached that. And here is the final product. Oh my goodness, so fun and fabulous on a total budget.
Close my eyes and think about us, I can see the person I know I should be. 'Cause honestly, I don't have no time to waste. I'm trying to come back to you, because now I see we were meant to be. Where are you now? Heard you live far away, but just tell me where and I'll come see ya. 'Cause I'm afraid that I'll end up here alone. Hope you'll understand how much I need ya. Take me back to when we were kids and didn't care if we were acting stupid, 'cause all we had was us.
For this next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with y'all how to make a super in style Dollar Tree wall hanging. So from the Dollar Tree, I grabbed a bamboo tiki torch and just detached the top part of the tiki torch. And then I detached one of the Dollar Tree mop heads, and I only ended up needing one. And then I'm taking the string from the mop head and I'm going to wrap it around the middle part of this tiki torch. Now you're going to cut some of these strands in half. So here's how you make this knot. With half the strand, or it cut in half, you're just going to gently fold it in half and lay it underneath that first long string. And then you take the second one and you just fold that in half as well. And then you're going to take and push that second string through the little loop that's in the first string, and then take the end of the first string and push it through the other loop. Now watch my hands, you guys. This is actually really easy. I promise you, you can totally do this. Watch my hands, rewind the video if you need to. But I was so excited to figure this out, and check out how adorable this knot is. So we're going to make it look like a feather is how it is supposed to come out looking. And I'm just going to gently pull my little strings together and push it up. And you guys can do this with your kiddos, with your grandkids. Seriously, this is such a fun craft. And my daughter, who is a teen, saw it and thought it was amazing. So I know that it's in style and just fun and really kind of boho chic. Okay, now we're just going to continue that same process. So you fold one loop in half, the other loop in half, and then just tuck the loops inside of each other, and that's going to make your knot. So I hope that you guys can see what I'm doing and that these instructions are good. And I'm going to show, this same process over and over, so I hope that you guys can kind of understand this. I was so nervous, honestly, when I tried this because I didn't think I was going to be able to figure it out, but I figured it out, so I was super stoked. Here is a little bit more of a close-up, and again, you're only going to use 3 long strings of the mop, and all of the rest of the parts of the mop strings you're going to cut in half. Okay, so continue on with that. Now this part is a little bit tedious, tying these loops, but pop a little show on, put on some fun music, have somebody help you, and kick back and make a really in style wall hanging. This is a great way to try this out. Now think about this, you guys could really even customize this to suit your colors. I'm going to make 3 of these, so there's going to look like there's kind of 3 hanging feather looks. And then you're going to take a comb, or you can take one of those wire brushes from Dollar Tree that you would clean a grill with, and you just want to kind of pull those strands out. So it's going to give it kind of like a little bit more of a feathered look, or a little bit more boho chic, I guess is what you say. And the comb is going to fill up with some of the cotton strands from the mop. That's how it should be. And you can just pull that out and then keep on brushing and have fun with it. Get creative, use whatever colors you love, use whatever kind of stick you love. You could also just use a stick, you know, from your garden. This is going to go out on my patio above my welcome sign. Now you can take some hair trimming scissors, and I just picked these up at Walmart. I use them to cut my hair. You need kind of some sharper scissors to do this part, and you're just going to cut it into the shape of a feather. And again, here's my other 3 strings, and I'm just cutting my little mop strings apart to make my little feather part. So again, just make those loops and then loop them together, and you guys can go for it. Now, I thought that it might be quicker to brush them out as I went, but then I decided just to create my little feather, give it a good brushing and then trimming, and then there you guys have that. And then you can also choose whatever kind of string you want to use to hang your hanger. So I had this really pretty chenille yarn that I bought at Dollar Tree, and originally I thought I was going to use that, but I did end up changing to like more of like an outside burlap string. I'm really not for sure which one I like the best. I've looked at both of them, and I think they both look really super cool. So here is how it looks once I got all my feathers created, and here is what I'm showing you. You guys can just take some string or yarn. This was just chenille yarn from Dollar Tree, and I'm just winding it around the ends of that, and then you can make your hanger. And again, I did change to that little burlap piece, but check it out. I think it looks really neat. It looks very boho chic and very outdoor friendly as well. You can spray it with some Scotch Guard to make it even more weatherproof. For this next Dollar Tree DIY, I wanted to share with you all an idea for how to create some coasters using Dollar Tree coasters, or I used some wood pieces that we had left over from building the little railing on our deck, and I'm just going to hot glue those little wood pieces together. I actually wanted to use my Dollar Tree coasters, but my craft room is a bit of a mess, and so I couldn't find them. It's almost time for a craft clean out very soon, you guys. And so I'm just going to take some of the Dollar Tree cork board, and I just traced out the shape of my little coasters, and then I'm going to cut the cork board to fit the size of the coaster. And I wanted to make them super extra strong. I'm going to use these out on my patio underneath my covered porch. So I'm just using hot glue. You could also use E6000 glue if you live in a really hot climate, but I wanted to make sure that the cork part really stayed on there, and that cork part should help absorb water that is going to drip from a nice cool drink. So I'm doing another one that's exactly the same as that first one, and really, again, you guys get so creative with this one. Dollar Tree carries coasters, so you guys could easily do a coaster that's customized however you want. But I wanted to reuse these little wood pieces, and I think it would even be fun to stain or to do something with the wood pieces, maybe paint them and seal them, but I was kind of just going for it. Now, the next thing I wanted to share with you guys, I did do like a little geometric design on these, and I did use some of the Dollar Tree paint markers. However, I do not encourage you all to use these. Use some permanent markers for this part, because when I put my drink on there, it did kind of rub off a little bit. So I'm going to have to redo these and use a permanent marker. Or I also probably could have sealed this with some waterproof Mod Podge. That's also an idea, because it didn't ruin it, but it did bleed just a tiny bit after having my cold drink on it. I did want to test it out for you guys so I could let you know if the Dollar Tree paint pens worked. Don't use these. I would suggest using like a Sharpie marker, or again, just maybe you could use this and seal it with some Mod Podge. So that's just a little tip, you know, from me to you. I wanted to let you all know that just in case. But I created these using a cool like little geometric design, and I thought they looked really fabulous popped in here with my little setup. I've got some Dollar Tree succulents and those little Dollar Tree lemon glasses, a little nice flickering flameless candle. I love these, you guys. They're battery operated on a timer. I'm going to link some in my Amazon store for you guys. I have to check them out. You can get like a 3-pack for $11, I think. And then that little cute French country pot that we had made in another DIY, and that tray is from Dollar General. Great deal on that as well. So happy crafting with this one. Oh my goodness, you guys, I don't know, I'm just having so much fun crafting for summer and spring. Now the next DIY, I want to share with you how I'm going to style my little 3-tier tray. I created this using Dollar Tree supplies. Go check that video out. But I'm going to use some of this lamb's ear and then one of these "But First Coffee" signs. I picked this up at Dollar General. And then I'm just showing you some different ideas. I've got my Dollar Tree prayer cards. I love these. I share a prayer card with you guys every morning on Instagram, so I hope you all are enjoying that. I'm sharing with you different ideas. You could use a little mini house. You could use some muffins. You could use lemons. I'm trying to make something kind of short here so I don't completely cover up my prayer card, because after I'm done reading it, I do like to keep it out. That way when I'm doing dishes or whatnot, I can just look over it through my day. I'm popping some more lamb's ear in here. This cord back here drives me absolutely bonkers. So anything that you guys have that's an idea, I usually just kind of try to lightly cover it with like a little sign that stands up kind of against my tray. Now I'm adding a little gingham yellow napkin. This was just left over from Easter. And then my coffee creamer I'm going to have popped in over here. These are some of my little Mackenzie Childs mugs, a gift from Mr. Romantic. He found these on last year's Mackenzie Childs barn sale, which somebody had let me know that there's going to be another barn sale going on. And you guys need to shop their barn sales because everything pretty much is half off. Not everything, but a good amount of things. Like all of these goodies were half off. So anyway, it's definitely the time to buy because their stuff is so high-end and pricey. So if you're going to do a little bit of a splurge, you definitely want to get those better prices. And this little Dollar Tree, when life gives you lemons, make something sweet. I love that. I used that last year as well. And it's just such a great mantra. I feel like, you can always turn something that's a lemon into something sweet. Oh, and these little faux muffins are amazing. They have little tiny magnets inside, so they actually like clip together really well. You can't see them, but it's a fun little feature that I didn't really realize until I was playing with them. But they're foam muffins and they look so realistic. Now I decided to take my little coffee sign and hang it on this hook underneath my little coffee area. You can kind of see it a little bit better, and then I also feel like it covers up those ugly cords. So anyway, comment down below and let me know if you guys have any ideas for that coffee sign. And I just want to thank you all so much for being here. It's a true blessing and honor to have so many of you guys here and commenting and crafting and decorating. And I just love y'all so much. Okay, so my secret question for this video is I'm going to do a candle giveaway on Saturday. So comment down below and let me know, how are you decorating for summer? Do you use watermelon, lemons, greenery, black and white check? How do you guys go for your summer decor? I would love to know. I love to add pops of color with the lemons and sunflowers, and I do quite a bit of black and white check kind of in my kitchen just to give it a bit of a neutral vibe. But I'm really excited for the upcoming spring summer decor season. And I have to share with you guys something else. We are fixing our backyard. Finally, it has been quite a bit of a mess. And so we had dirt dumped today. And so that was really an exciting thing. I thought I would share it with you guys. And so anyway, Benji Bear popped out and was also able to be a part of the adventure, but our backyard was like all pretty much, they call it moon rock in the area that I live, but it was just all where we didn't have a yard. And so they pulled a lot of that rock up last year, but then it's just been kind of this mess. When you guys see me spray painting on that gravel, that's been our backyard, which isn't the end of the world. I'm thankful and blessed to have a backyard, but we're going to now have some dirt and hopefully put down some grass seed and have some beautiful seed grow. And there's my little creative director. He is checking it out. This is like his dream come true. I don't know if you guys have ever had a terrier puppy dog. He's actually a Jack Russell terrier mix. He's a Jack Russell Yorkie mix, and anyway, they love to dig, so you guys can check out how he is getting so excited. I thought you guys would get such a kick out of him. He's normally never allowed like off the deck or not on a leash, but he was being such a good boy, just staying right here. I just thought I had to get a clip for you guys. I know so many of you all are Benji Bear fans, and then also your puppy dogs even watch to see Benji Bear. So here he is in all his glory, very businesslike in his approach. He has lots to sniff out and fun times ahead. So I'm excited to have a little yard and a fence for him in the future.
So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. I hope you guys are totally inspired to craft and decorate some new treasures for your home for spring and summer. If you guys are new, welcome. I'm Olivias with Romantic Home, and I'm a DIY crafty mama. I love to share with y'all how you can make your homes boutique, gorgeous, on a budget. Listen, I feel like crafting and decorating is so good for your heart and soul, so just keep up the good work crafting and decorating. Also, if you want to join me over on my Olivias Romantic Home Facebook page, I share several DIY videos a day over there, as well as my YouTube channel. I share several DIY videos a week over here. So you guys subscribe, follow. Let's just have a fun crafty decorating party. I also even love to tidy and bake here and there. So I love y'all to the moon and back. I'm wishing you a gorgeous, fabulous, blessed day. I can't wait for our next video. And until then, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. And we'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.